Hello YouTube and fellow Street Fighter fans, I am Gamer Hugh and would like to share my thoughts and theories of the Street Fighter V trailer and the live demo at the 2014 Capcom Cup. So let's get right into it. As the match begins, both Ryu and Chun-Li will have their cinematic intros. It'd be nice if they made the intros more personal depending on the matchup. You know, like how it used to be in Capcom vs SNK 2. You'll have Ryu and Ken do their iconic fist bump, or Sagat grabbing his scar before he fights with Ryu. As for the meter bars, Ryu has 2 EX bars whereas Chun-Li has 3. This could mean that there's a super select option similar to Street Fighter 3's system. So if Ryu was to pick the Shinku Hadouken Super, he has 2 bars to fill, meaning he can use 2 Shinku Hadoukens in a single round. But if he has the Shin Shoryuken Super, he only has 1 bar to fill. However, the demonstration at the 2014 Capcom Cup leads me to suspect that the revenge bar underneath the health bar is the super bar, which you can only gain from taking damage or blocking. The EX bar is strictly EX because when you see Ryu uses Shinku Hadouken in that first round, he still retains 1 EX bar. I think replacing the super for a revenge mechanic is a nice touch because the revenge itself plays a critical factor for any type of comeback. So with it being strictly EX, you really can't have a quick match with full meter saved up from the previous round. I'll talk more about the EX bar a little later. So in the 2014 Capcom Cup gameplay demo, links look to be a lot more difficult to pull off. Here Ryu is trying to link a crouching short to jab to strong combo. Now notice the crouching short didn't link into the jab or the jab into the strong. However, Chun-Li here is seen doing 2 crouching shorts into a jab, so I guess the timing must be different now. Chun-Li can also do a target combo that cancels into her Hyakuretsu Kyaku or lightning kick, which knocks Ryu into the air. So then now it looks like Jogos has made its way into the system too. Here Chun-Li has a standing roundhouse that anti-airs Ryu. She then follows up with her 3 head stomps into a new airborne spinning kick which knocks Ryu back into the ground. He bounces twice. Chun-Li lands to do her standing roundhouse for the juggle. On a personal note, I'm really glad they brought back her roundhouse from Street Fighter 3. So aside from having the target combo cancelling into a special, I think the system has reverted back to a Street Fighter 3 style where the fundamentals of poke, spacing, and zoning can dictate a match. A new interesting thing I noticed is that blocking normals now do chip damage, but in this case it's grade damage. It isn't permanent chip damage that you get from blocking specials, but blocking normals now cause the damage to go grade. But check this, it can regenerate. You can recover grade damage. Having this grade chip damage is interesting because it will make players weary about going into a turtle style and down blocking all day. Also, the frequency of winning a round through a timeout will be less and less, so we're probably not going to see a lot of lame gameplay. Another interesting thing about health is that you can't lose a round due to chip damage, so now you have to earn the round instead of cheesing it to win. It's not an original concept, but I'm glad Capcom has decided to put it into Street Fighter. The quick rise is also present, but I've noticed there are variations. In the gameplay we see Chun-Li do different types, one where she does a handspring into a corner and another where she'll actually get up in a place where she fell. And it looks real cool too. Ryu does the retreating handspring into a Shoryuken. Other than a quick rise where you get knocked down, the other seems more of a recovery roll and it's instant the moment you land. So if you can do a recovery roll either forwards or backwards, this will make mix-ups a bit more difficult to set up, which I think it's great because it adds versatility to the flow of battle. As for the use of the EX bars, we are already familiar with the perks it gives to specials. But instead of throwing in multiple hits, using the EX will change the move entirely. Kinda like what Street Fighter vs Tekken did. For instance, Ryu's EX Shoryuken now looks like a weaker version of the Shin Shoryuken. Chun-Li's normal Hyakuretsu Kyaku or lightning kick does something of a mini launch, and now the EX version adds an extra kick that causes a hard knockdown. What's new is that there's an option that you can activate kinda like the EX mode. I don't think it's an element based option you can choose where it has been before suggested. I just think it's just for animation purposes only. The effect and look seems to be character specific, where like Chun-Li is water, Ryu is lightning, Ken is fire, Bison is psycho, etc, etc. The EX mode is also shown to work like a focus attack where it can cancel a special. Ryu is seen activating the EX mode after he connects it with a Shoryuken, so I suppose we can expect to see all kinds of crazy combos from this added feature. However, it eats up all the EX bar in order to be activated. From what I've seen Chun-Li do, her spiked wristbands glow blue and she goes double on her specials, Kikokens and Hyakuretsu Kyakus. For Ryu, I think it turns him into a bully, although we never get to see him go ham on EX mode since he loses it after getting hit once or shoots in a Hadouken. I mean, he's already a bully since it looks like his regular Hadokens eats up one of Chun-Li's Kikokens. From this standing fierce into a Hadoken, it combos as 3 hits. It's a 2-move process, but it hits as 3? So maybe the strength of the Hadoken depends on the punch you press. But yeah, back to him being a bully off the EX mode, his Hadoken appears to crush a guard. We see here Chun-Li's block being broken up after the Hadoken eats up one of her Kikokens, connects on block, and then crushes her guard. And for another reason I think he's a bully is the change they put in how counters work. Here's Ryu not in EX mode but just throwing a regular standing strong punch. That which counters Chun-Li's attack and spins her around twice, giving Ryu the time to take in about 2 steps to continue the combo. Since I suspect that the Revenge is actually a super, I'm thinking that since the EX mode can change the special attack properties, it can probably change the Revenge super as well. In the trailer, I thought it was weird that Ryu can combo a Denjin Hadouken off a crouching forward, but at the live demo, Mike Ross playing Ryu combo the Shinku Hadouken off a crouching forward. So my theory is, activating the EX mode can also change the Revenge super itself. I think it changes Ryu Shinku Hadouken into the Denjin Hadouken. I mean, how badass is that? His Shinku Hadouken is damaging enough, but now on EX it becomes an unblockable? Mind blown. I'm thinking it probably changes Chun-Li's Hyakuretsu Kyaku Revenge into something similar to her Ultra in Street Fighter 4, since going EX mode has her specials going double. Or maybe something else like Ken's Shoru Reppa becomes a vertical pillar of flame in his Shinryuken. Things like that. The end of the round stage transitions is a nice added feature. I think it really adds up to that Street Fighter feel, or rather fighting in the streets. That little tidbit with Chun-Li slamming into the wall and had the noodles fall on her head and wearing it throughout that final round is a nice touch too. I know the game is around 20% to completion, but I thought it was kind of funny how there was nobody else in that China background. What if they were, and they played favorites by throwing stuff at the visiting opponent, feeding to that revenge meter either way? What if they added visual damage on the character that would gradually show throughout the fight? Since it's known that this is exclusively on the PS4 and PC, a next-gen console should be able to handle those extra minor details. So please share any and all comments you may have. If there's anything I left out, drop that in the box, hit that like, subscribe, and most importantly, be excellent to each other. I am Gamer Hiru, and thank you for watching.